Yes, sir. Welcome to Under the Hood Sports. I'm your host with the most, Johnny Hill. Hey, man, say, man. And man, oh, man, if you didn't know, you would know. I got my dog on, Travis Hicks, man, from Fox 47 here in Michigan, man. What's up, man? How you doing, my boy?
Man, doing great, Johnny. It's so good to be on the pod with you. I'm a big fan of the work you do. You do an amazing job breaking down the game, covering it, and also telling those feature stories. So I'm excited to talk sports with you, man.
Bro, one thing about it, man, let me tell you, this is not just a guy, bro. Most of the people who come on my pod, man, they're really like my brothers, man. I do consider you one of my brothers,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Likewise.
Especially in this journalism field that we're in, bro. We both think alike. We both hustle. We both cut from that same cloth. So, man, before we get into this sports stuff, I want to shine the light on you. On Under the Hood Sports, we always shine our light on our journalists and all the people men and women who doing their things out here, and we give them an opportunity on this segment I like to call Talk Your Talk. Yes, sir. So I get you on, we just talk it up and chop it up. Whatever you feel, we doing it, and let's get into it.
Oh man, I'm excited, man. No, I appreciate that, Johnny. And like I said, man, it's a blessing like to be on here with you. Like I love talking sports. And that question, did you want me to talk a little bit about what I
Yeah, yeah.
do?
Tell the audience
Oh,
about like how you got in, man, the love from it. Let's go ahead.
Oh yeah, man. So a little bit of an emotional story started in journalism because my grandfather, who sadly passed in 2019, wanted me to pursue TV. He kept saying I could see you on TV, and I kept thinking it's like some of your grandparents just say because they're always going to tell you could do something even when you can't because they're your grandparents. And he really chose my career for me. So when he sadly passed in 2019 from cancer, I made it my mission to get to TV for him. So every time you see me on air, it's always because of him. I always like look up to the sky and say, man, I'm doing it for him. So that's my main motivation. And now I'm telling stories. I came in as a producer, then transitioned to sports. Sadly, took sports away, and now I do news. But it's amazing telling stories every single day. And the highlight of my career, a quick story, is Magic Johnson. I've interviewed Magic one-on-one twice, and I got that set up from a guy. I'm going to shout him out, James Stokes, his best friend in Lansing. He called me and said, I want to change your career for the better because I don't see a lot of African Americans on air. I want you to interview my best friend. I was like, man, what? I was like, who's your best friend? He said, Magic Johnson. Jaw just dropped. So I said, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. And the story was about him talking about his father, honoring him at a car show because he sadly passed away in 23. And it was an amazing experience. You could check out those interviews on my YouTube at Travis6_reporter.
Oh yeah, man. Also, everybody do tap in with my man and go run up his channel as well, man. Everybody tap in. Travis, man, like I said, you are like a brother to me, man.
Likewise.
And I really want to see you shine. And you are really doing your thing. And one thing about it, it's no competition. It's all love. One
Oh,
thing about it, especially that I learned in this field, man, that like when you find good people and great people, young people like ourselves, keep a hold of them guys and girls, man, because we need each other to shine it because we are the next generation. Speaking of that, what is your advice to the next generation, right? Who sees you on TV, right? Who wants to be like you, who said, man, there's a young brother like me. He not that older than me, can't be, but he's on TV. What's your advice to them on how they can get into journalism?
I'll say my advice is keep grinding, keep doing. Right now, we live in a day and age where there's so much technology. You could do what you're doing, a podcast, you could start a blog, you could really put yourself out there with social media. And I say post, post, post. Post your content because you never know who's watching. It takes that one video to go viral. And also, I say be a lending hand. I always love to shout out my mentor, love her to death, Carolyn Clifford, Channel 7 news anchor. What she did for me, helping me get in the business, I want to do the same. Recently helped a guy named Derek Mitchell at Michigan State become an intern at our station. He's going to be with us this summer, getting some TV experience. So I say when you're in a position to help people, because when I was trying to get in the business, shout out to Rob Parker, he was there for us. He mentored us. So I say when you're in a position to help somebody, definitely help. And then for young, inspiring journalists, start that YouTube channel, start that blog, put your name out there, and because you never know where it can go. Then that'll be the best thing. You get paid off your own platform.
Yeah, man, like you said, and that's one thing about it. I love talking sports, right?
Me
Sports has
too.
always been my thing, man. But one thing most good about it is talking about with your friends, the
Oh
people
yeah.
who have the same passion. Talking to your friends who may be athletes, talking to your friends who may be coaches, journalists. It don't matter. I love looking at sports through all lens. That is the true form of journalism in itself to me. When it's all through everybody's lens and it's all a story.
Oh yeah.
I love that. That's my most like. You know what? Also inspired me. I want to hear what inspired you. But what inspired me as a young man was the 30 for 30s, bro.
Oh yeah, I love
With
those.
ESPN, with the storytelling, that was the most inspirational thing. And that's how I fell in love with journalism. But I have to ask, that's my story. What about you? How did you fall into love with journalism?
I would say the late great Stuart Scott, R.I.P. My favorite sportscaster of all time. As cool as the other side of the pillow. I didn't say it as cool as him, but that like Stuart Scott was always my man. I love
Legend.
watching him every morning. I would wake up as a kid and just see how he would break down the highlights. I vividly remember him breaking down the Kobe Bryant 81-point game, and he was just a legend to me. I feel like most people that grew up as sports fans wanting to be in that field, we grew up watching Stuart Scott, and I always believe in paying homage to those. I tell Rob Parker all the time, watch you on First Take when I was in high school, and now you're a mentor. I can call him. So those are the
That's
people that
crazy.
inspired
Yeah.
me. And it's crazy having those personal relationships, like when you said before the Zoom that like the NABJ, where you're meeting these people you grew up watching. Now we're in the field together. So I love it. So the people that inspired me are kind of like colleagues now in a sense. So say Rob Parker for sure and Stuart Scott, seeing how much fun they had, it didn't feel like a job. They're just doing what they love to do, and that's what inspired me.
Yeah, for sure. Also, shout out to Mr. Parker, our mentor as well. But let's go ahead and transition. We talked a little bit about your story, what inspired you. But let's transition, and it's really time for you to talk your talk. I got something to tell you.
Let's go.
I seen something today from Yahoo Sports, and someone said they did a mock draft, right?
Hmm.
And they had Shador Sanders going in the second round. Not the first, not the top 10, not the top 5, not even the top 20. But Yahoo Sports had Shador Sanders going in the second round. And let me tell you some of the guys who was above him. And I just want to hear your thoughts as we talk our talk. Because I was shocked. I was very curious on why. But of course, everybody's saying Cam Ward. I won't, okay, if you want to do Cam. But ninth, get this. They got Jackson Dart going to the Saints. And also to the Steelers, Jalen Milroe. So go ahead and launch. What do you think?
I think that's blasphemy. I think that's asinine. That's asinine. That is ridiculous. Shador Sanders is one of the best players in college football, and he showed it all year. The only person I would maybe take ahead of him is Cam Ward, because Cam Ward is just going to be a different beast, in my opinion, in the NFL. But Shador, we saw what he did at Colorado and also at Jackson State. Shout out to the HBCUs. He is somebody that changes the course of a game. And he's clearly a first round pick, because to me, regardless if you want to say one or two, he's a top two quarterback in this draft. He's not a second round draft pick. I also saw a report, somebody saying he doesn't interview well. He's not a team first guy. I think that's BS. I think Shador shows his leadership on the field, and he's somebody that can affect the game. You want to say Jalen Milroe over him? Jalen Milroe can't throw. We just saw this man struggle in a bowl game against Michigan in a down year. So like Jalen Milroe, I think that is laughable. I think Shador is somebody who's going to affect the game, and he's somebody who we see this a lot with athletes, sons who like Prime, who's a Hall of Famer, will say, well, their sons are only getting this opportunity because their dad. No, Shador is really good. He out of athletes, kids, he's one of the best. So no, I think that is ridiculous. He should definitely be a first round draft pick.
I think it's so much cap. I think everybody just needs to make headlines and to draw attention. But the fact of the matter is this. I seen Jackson Dart. We watched Jackson Dart last year. Jackson Dart is solid. He's a solid quarterback. but I don't think he's on that level with Shador. Neither. I don't want to talk about Jalen Milroe. No disrespect at all to Jalen Milroe, but he hasn't proven it yet. The only reason that I feel they got Jackson Dart and Jalen Milroe above Shador Sander is strictly athleticism and politics. There's no way in the world that them two guys are better than him. And I got a question, Travis. Please help me out. How do a brother draft stock go down and they haven't played no more games?
And it doesn't make any sense. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's a lot of fake headlines trying to say he's a bad guy, this and that, and there's no actual concrete evidence. And it's more feels like opinion based because they don't have no concrete proof that, like that, because he has the talent to perform. So, and when you ask his teammates or even Travis Hunter, nobody says nothing bad about Shador. They always speak highly of him, and his numbers speak for itself. So, and he played against legit, D1 threats, obviously, when he was at Colorado. So, to me, it doesn't make any sense. This is a guy who's an elite talent. I really think Shador is going to have like a really long NFL career and going to be great. So I think it's a lot of jealousy, in my opinion, in the reports. And it's a lot of people that want to see him fail, and they're letting that reflect in false narratives.
And also, you hear them always say athleticism with Shador. But if you want to think about it, other than this new generation of quarterbacks, right?
Right.
What quarterback is in the Hall of Fame who runs a 4-3 or a 4-4 or a 4-5?
Exactly.
Nobody. So it's just crazy to me. It's insane. One thing they can't attack is his IQ. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
always talk about character this, but his IQ on the field is great. Shador Sanders, I really honestly feel he got the potential to be the best quarterback in this draft if he's in the right situation. So a right situation, I would say, is I love the Saints. I love this. I love the Steelers because if you get a young guy like him, his his presence, right, changes franchise. One thing about like him or not, he flipped Jackson State.
Oh
He
yeah.
flipped Colorado. He flipped programs. That's one thing about it. Let's say if the other guys was in that scenario, do Jalen Milroe move the needle in Jackson State? Does he move the needle in Colorado? Them are real questions, and the honest answer is no.
Oh no, and I totally agree because Jalen Milroy had a great team around him, and he blew it. Like especially last year against Michigan in the playoff game when they could have won a national title. He's somebody that's not an accurate thrower, and he was getting Lamar Jackson comparisons. But to me, that's unfair because he had great guys around him. Ryan Williams is going to be a stud for years to come. So I think like. Shador, what he has done, especially with two different programs, no, he's phenomenal. And me personally, the fit I would like to see him in is the Las Vegas Raiders. I think he could turn
Mm.
that franchise around and they get him some more pieces. I think that's a would be a really good location. And one team this won't happen, but I would actually like to see him on this team, though I'm not a fan of them, is the Dallas Cowboys. I think putting him in a scenario like that and moving on from Dak Prescott, who hasn't had much playoff success, he can turn a franchise around and he would be in the limelight. And I believe he's somebody who thrives in those situations.
One thing about everybody know, man, he's a star. He's a star. He gives franchise guy.
Oh yeah.
So we gotta see. I really feel like all of this is fake news. Fake. I don't believe any of it. To be honest, I won't be surprised if he goes in the top 9. Especially, I definitely won't be surprised if he goes number 9.
Oh yeah.
I would not be shocked at all. To me, the Giants. How much more do you trust Russell Wilson? Like a lot of these
Yeah.
quarterbacks are very much questionable. With the Jets, who is y'all got? Well, Justin Fields is the guy. I think they
Yeah.
announced that he's the guy, Justin Fields. But then who else? Let's look at the Brown situation. But they say they're not going to draft Shador. Does he go in the second round? You know what I'm saying? I just don't see him going out of the first round, if I want to be honest.
Yeah. No,
Those
he
late reports are saying second round. I honestly don't believe that.
because you just named a few teams that could use them. The Browns could use a quarterback because Deshaun Watson's future is uncertain, especially after tearing his Achilles. You know, So like with him, the Giants, it's like, okay, you got Russell Wilson, but he's older. He's not prime Russell Wilson. And you know he's only maybe going to last a year or two, so you might as well have somebody there. Steelers make a lot of sense because obviously you
The
don't have
Steelers
Justin
be
Fields
perfect
on.
for him.
Yeah, that would be perfect because they have a legit defense. This is a team led by Mike Tomlin, to me, one of the most underrated coaches in NFL history that hasn't had a losing season. And all they really need is a quarterback. If you think about it, because they had a Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and you still made the playoffs. If you take those two out with a legitimate quarterback with that defense, oh my gosh, I think he
Steelers,
would thrive in a situation like that.
him and the Steelers would thrive, man, because oh my gosh, the weapons they got.
Oh
George
yeah.
Pickens, DK. Then they got Calvin Austin the third, who is very underrated, man. Man, they got some weapons out there who can go and get the ball.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Then you got Connor in
go
the
and get the
backfield
and, man, like they valid all the way around.
for
Okay,
sure.
let's transition. I want to get your thoughts on Travis Hunter.
Okay.
That's that guy really have been making some headlines. He really want to play both sides of the ball. Very dedicated, very committed to playing both sides of the ball. Not just one, two. Okay, does he do it on the next level, Travis? Does he do it? Do he do what people are saying is the unthinkable? He even, if I want to misquote, but I want to say, you can correct me or not, that he even said, if you're not going to playing both sides of the ball, he don't want to go there. So, do you see him doing that on the next level?
Yes, I'm a Travis Hunter believer. I think Travis Hunter is a freakish athlete, and he's one of the best we've seen, especially in the college level. Now, will he be successful as he was in college on both sides? That's to be determined. But I do think why not let him try? If that's somebody who's young and he's willing to do it, you kind of save yourself the threat of like, okay, we don't even need a cornerback because he's somebody that can play wideout and cornerback. But I can understand why a team doesn't want to do it because you're risking injury. He's going against grown men now. This is not college kids 18 through 22. These are grown men with wives and kids. So I understand, and he's a little skinny. I can understand why a team would say no, but if he's somebody who truly can, why not? Because the game is evolving, and him doing this, being a trendsetter, being a pioneer for this, can make the next person say, like, okay, there's multiple guys that can end up doing this, in future drafts. So I will give it a shot, but he's somebody who's the best athlete, in my opinion, in the draft. So I will give it a shot to see what he can do because he's somebody who's great on both sides of the ball.
I say this: the only situation that's perfect for Travis Hunter in this whole thing is the Cleveland Browns. To me, the reason I say that is this: I completely agree with you. I'm a Travis Hunter believer. Matter of fact, I think he's a generational talent because there's no way. Me and you both haven't seen this in our lifetime. They probably seen it with Charles Woodson. But we may seen Jabril Peppers do it at a high level. Shout out to Michigan. But we
Yeah.
also may see what's the guy name? Odori Jackson do it also a little bit. But he had over 1,000 yards. He had 4 picks. We never seen an athlete on that level do that. You know, that's a different type of athlete right there. Travis Hunter is a generational athlete, and the reason I say the Cleveland Browns is he don't have to be the number one.
Oh yeah.
Jared Judy is the number one receiver. He'll be a great number two. He'll be a great number two cornerback because Denzel Ward's the number one. That situation, he can play both sides. He won't always get the number one option, what people not thinking. Travis Hunter won't always get the number one option. Jared Judy's the number one. He won't have to follow the best corner all the time because Denzel Ward is the number one. Travis Hunter can play both sides. He just need a coach to believe in him and to put him
Mhm.
in the right scenario. He can do it.
No, he can. And that's what everything you just said, it's about the foundation. When a coach lets you spread your wings, you start seeing the best version of these players. I even take it back since we're both in Detroit. Chauncey Billups didn't really, become a champion to Larry Brown. It takes that right coach to really turn, you out. And like that's what I think Deion Sanders did with Travis Hunter. They knew he was a freakish athlete. And this man like has dominated both sides of the ball. That's why he's getting his jersey retired. Shout out Travis Hunter. And I think he's somebody. The fact that he did it on a D1 level like that, Colorado, a legit school, I think he can do it on the next level. This is somebody who's going to have, I believe, a long career too. I believe 10 plus years. This is somebody who's going to be getting touchdowns and interceptions. If they let him do this, I guarantee you he's going to have games with at least one TD and one interception because this is a guy who just not only has athleticism, but he also has a mind. He is one of the smartest IQs we've seen on the field. The way he can track a defender when he's looking at their feet, trying to see which way they're going. This is somebody who knows all the X's and O's of the game. He's one of the smartest players we've seen.
I would say this: Travis Hunter had the opportunity right now to change the whole football landscape on how you get paid because it's not you're taking. You see how in high school someone say I'm an athlete, right?
Right.
In college they say I'm an athlete. In the NFL, it's not I'm an athlete. I'm a skilled player. I'm this that. Travis is being an athlete going to the NFL.
Yeah,
So
that's a
when
fact.
it's time for him to, if he's successful for 4 years, he's his own position. So he got the opportunity to change the game for everybody. Everybody gonna want to try to be the next Travis Hunter and get paid like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because a lot of that's the thing. A lot of people is a trendsetter because if he could be the first one to do it, I think he could have a Steph Curry effect. How Steph changed the game of
Thank
basketball
you.
through 3-point shooting. I think Travis Hunter could do the same thing with football because now you're going to see more guys wanting to play both sides of the field. It's kind of like when Dion, he played two different sports when he played baseball and football. So I think no, Travis Hunter, he's going to be great, and I can't wait for this draft tomorrow. I'm super excited to see where he lands.
And one thing about it, everybody say you can't do it until you do it.
Oh yeah.
So I don't want to hear nothing else about Travis Hunter. They say he wouldn't do it on the HBCU level playing both sides. They say he wouldn't do it on the Division One side, both sides. Let's see what he can do on the next level in the NFL. Hey, but Travis, go ahead, go ahead, tell the audience where they can follow you. Go ahead, do your thing, man. This is your opportunity to shine your bright light, man. Go ahead, man. Tell everybody where they can follow you, where they can look you up, man.
Johnny, first of all, I want to say it's always a pleasure talking sports with you. You are a brother to me, and that'll never change. And I'm so happy we got connected. And then people, you can follow me on Twitter at Travis_reporter, Instagram Travis6_reporter, YouTube Travis6_reporter, and just Facebook just Travis Hicks. Post weekly content on all the platforms. So please follow me and look forward to connecting with you guys. And please support my man Johnny, one of the best sports podcasters out there, and one of the best sports podcasts, period. Under the Hood Sports is a pleasure to be on.
Yes, for sure, man. Thank you, man. Also, man, on that note, since you already said it, man, but before we get out, you my dog. So we do this thing under the hood. 3 goals. Give me 3 goals you got for yourself because I always feel if you don't have a goal, where are you going? So tell the audience your 3 goals.
I appreciate that. I would say my three goals: ESPN Still a Dream, or being an anchor in my hometown in Detroit. And I would say being able to call my mom and dad from the money I make from TV, saying they don't have to work anymore. That's a goal. And three, I want to be able to potentially help other people get jobs. Any young black men that want to pursue journalism, sports news, I want to be able to in a position they can make a phone call and I can help the next person because I believe the situations you go through grow you and we can only grow together. So I want to be able in a position where I have enough juice to get this person, in the business.
Yeah, for sure. I'm Johnny Hill. This is Travis Hicks. And don't forget to subscribe to Underhood Sports. And we are out of here. Peace.